Country Lifestyle. We only have 3 more weeks, where I only have 3 more weeks, and then I'm going to be starting some seeds. So far, I have just put my seed order in. I did that 2 days ago, and I just sent it in, faxed it in. I actually found out I just got my Lindenberg seed catalog, and in my last video I had mentioned that Lindenberg, usually when you have a $60 order, you don't pay for shipping. Well, they've actually upped the price on that. So now it's, if you spend $85, then your shipping is free. Shipping and handling is free, which I actually had no problem spending that. I actually just made it. I spent $87 on what I had to order. So my shipping and handling is free for that. So that's awesome. That probably saved me anywhere from $10 to $20, having enough on my list. And I actually didn't even buy as much as I normally buy, but some of them were bigger items, not so much bigger items, but I did order the red currant, and I only ordered 1. I was going to get 2, but someone had made a comment on my video saying that be careful because red currants spread out, and if you want something more contained, that might not be the best option. So I've decided to try 1 and see how that goes. And I already have a gooseberry, so I'm just ordering another gooseberry as well, just to give me more volume from them. I mean, I'm not expecting anything from it this year, but in a couple of years, then I'll start getting that. So another thing I have done is I've gone on to the search to find out when my last frost date is. They are estimating that in my area, my last frost date is June the 2nd. So I've taken my calendar and I start from June the 2nd and I count back to when I'm going to be starting seeds. So let's say I'm starting my asparagus seeds, which I will be starting. And those you want to count back 10 to 12 weeks. I'm doing 12 weeks. So when I count that back, that would put me in the middle of March for that. I actually also have set up a chart here. I ended up getting this chart from my work. They were giving them away to anybody that was wanting them, and it's already it's just a month calendar. It's already been laminated, so I'm just using my dry erase pens and I've marked it in here. So starting at the beginning, this is February the 26th. That's the 25th and the 26th is when I'm going to be starting my first seeds in February, so the end of this month. And I will be doing, I have my verbena, geranium, pansies, snapdragons, and celery. Then within a few days after that, we're into March. The first weekend in March, I actually have on my chart, it will be chamomile, eggplant, leeks, foxglove, and carnations. Then the following week, because I usually only get a chance to start my seeds on the weekends. I don't really have a lot of time. I work full-time Monday to Friday, and then I have obligations after work that I also have to take care of. The weekend of March the 11th, I have echinacea snapdragons again, just a different type of snapdragons. They're the minis, whereas these other snapdragons are the taller snapdragons. Peppers, asparagus, and onion seeds. Then I don't have anything the following weekend, and then the last weekend of March I have alyssum, Scabiosa, Nolana, and Portulaca. Now there could be others that I could be adding to those lists, and I'm not going to know until once I've received the seeds that I have ordered, because I've ordered some from T&T and they are based out of Manitoba. We live in Canada and we live in British Columbia. So this T&T is based out of Manitoba, and Lindenberg is also based out of Manitoba. For T&T, if I had an order and I put it in by, I think it was February I have the catalog right here. If I have my order in by February the 15th, I save 10% of, and you have to have a minimum of $100 order. So I had definitely more than that, and I saved 10% off of that, and that basically helps with the shipping and handling. That's 10% that I save. So I've got my seed orders in, waiting for those to come now. Those will take about 2 weeks. So I should have my seeds in by the third weekend in February, hopefully. So I've taken care of that. Got this chart set up, so that just keeps me on track as far as what I'm going to be starting. Like I say, I may be adding some other stuff. Also, Jamie has set up my stand for my new LED lights, so pretty excited about that. The only thing is I have to move some stuff around, and I'll show you what I have to do. This is the stand that my husband made me probably at least 20 years ago, and I've been using that every year. And he just happened to get some old shop ballasts, and at his work he found these ballasts and they were going to throw them out. So he asked if he could have them, and they said, yep, go ahead, help yourself. So he took those ballasts and he made this plant stand frame for that. So now he's bought me these LED lights. He made another stand very similar to this one, but I have to move all of this stuff, and I have a variety of puzzles, games, just different things that we have been storing on this shelf. Well, I have to make room for this other stand that I'm going to be setting up, and I want to put that right where this shelving unit is. So I'm going to have to clear off this shelving unit, move it to a different spot in our basement so that we have room for this other plant stand to go up in. Now, I mean, it shouldn't be a problem as far as moving stuff around. We are actually talking about going through a lot of our boxes that we have down here. We have only lived in this place for almost 3.5 years. And a lot of stuff we still had in boxes, things that we weren't using, books, games, mostly books and games. That's about the only things that we haven't unpacked. I do have some kitchen stuff that I haven't unpacked, and we are going to be going through that stuff and getting rid of a lot of stuff. And we plan on having a big garage sale this spring, so we want to go through all of it. What we don't want, we're going to box it up and put it in our garage, and then get it ready for a garage sale that we're going to have this spring. Get rid of this stuff that we've been hanging on to forever and aren't doing anything with it. So it'll be nice to get this stuff out of here. And actually, I would like to move my whole seed starting setup to a different part of the basement, and just a different location in the basement. I would like to set up some more shelves as well for possibly maybe some sales, plant sales. I'll just have to see what that looks like, but that would be my ideal little business on the side that I would like to do. I'd like to be involved in the farmers market and sell some of my vegetables that I have over, that I should say that I have an excess of. I would like to sell vegetables. I would like to sell plant starts as well. And maybe a few other items. My husband, he does wood bowls. He turns wooden bowls. So we're thinking about, putting some of those in there too, just having a little assortment of different items that we would like to sell in there. So I'm just really getting excited about getting things going, getting things organized, and having everything ready so that when I do actually start my seeds, then I can have my lights will be ready. They'll be ready to go, and also get my garden season going. I am so looking forward to this, and I'm sure all of you are too as well. When I ordered some of my seeds, I did notice that some of the pricing has gone up along with everything else, and you just can't get away from it. I picked up some more Cozy Coats, and you could get a 50 pack of Cozy Coats. Last year you could get it for $200, a 50 pack of the Cozy Coats, and this year it actually went up $20 for the 50 pack of Cozy Coats. And what I want to do is I've bought that 50 pack, and I plan on actually selling them to some of my friends and coworkers that are interested in using them, because I use them and I've talked a lot about them, and I've done videos with the Cozy Coats in them, and I really think that they definitely enhance and accelerate the growing of especially those heat-loving plants like your tomatoes, your peppers, and your eggplant. I like to use those to put around them. A lot of it also protection from, a lot of times I've planted my garden on around the last or after the last frost date, and then we've ended up with hail. And last year it actually hailed on my plants twice, but I had the Cozy Coats over my tomato plants, and it actually protected them from the hail, and they didn't get beaten up like a lot of the other plants did that I had out there. So that's another benefit from those, but it speeds up the growth on those tomato plants when I use my Cozy Coats over it. And we have such a short season. Like our growing season is about 110-ish days in a zone 3, and we are in the Caribou, so we do have a shorter season. And I try to pick the varieties that are takes less days for them to mature. So you want to think about that when you are ordering your seeds as well. And I think that is about all I have right now. So like I say, 3 more weeks, we're going to be getting some seeds going. It's pretty exciting. I'm definitely excited about it. I'm sure you are too. So if you like this video, throw a like in there. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for joining me, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.